What is up, people? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to talk about the recent debate that's been between Sneeko and Penguinz0, aka Moist Critical, aka Charlie, aka Jesus. And in that debate they were talking about I think transgenders and minors transitioning. Moist Critical, Penguinz0, Charlie, John Wick has been one of my favorite YouTubers for a while. He's very crafty with his jokes. He's a very funny human being, and he's, you know, he has common sense. But I think this is like the rare time where I really disagree with Moist Critical. His argument is that if the minor is consenting and if the parents are consenting, that the minor can make a life-changing decision to transition into a man or a woman. I'll play the clip right here.
Do you believe that somebody can go through hormone therapy? Can they change their gender if they're a child?
I think that's totally fine as long as everyone is consenting, as you agree with.
Okay, so as long as everyone...
If your parents are okay with it and you are okay with it, I think that's totally a familial decision to make, yeah.
Okay, so a child can cut their penis off and take hormone blockers and change their biology forever, but they can't get married?
Well, that's a decision that now extends beyond the family, because now you're bringing in a different party. So if you have someone that's your age coming in saying, I want to marry that child, I don't think that can happen under any circumstance.
So,
no.
But it's still a personal decision. You're still deciding.
Because there's
take the other party out of the equation.
It's
a personal decision. If I'm 16 and I personally want to marry this girl, she's beautiful. She's 21 years old. Her family wants to do it. My family wants to do it. You're saying I can't do that. We're both consenting. I'm ready to go. I'm physically mature, but I'm not allowed to marry because Moy says that woman's a pedophile. But if then the next day I leave it, I'm depressed, I want to cut my penis off, I can go right into the clinic, snip it off, and start taking HRT like Chris Tyson. That's a society that makes sense to you?
It is. I believe everyone has...
It's really like a rare situation where Sneeko is literally the voice of reason here. If a child can't really consent to having sexual intercourse with a grown man, why should a child be able to consent to a life-changing decision, as in, you know, cutting your penis off to become a woman, or to take hormones, or not hormones, but like take testosterone to become a man? Children can't consent legally to anything. And at the same time, there's even adults that are detransitioning. So putting a child in a situation where they have to make a life-changing decision, it's just not it, honestly. With Moist Critical's argument, pretty much every minor that had, you know, sexual intercourse with like adults that are like 23 or 24, 25, you know, we should just let them do whatever, since, you know, everyone is consenting, and the parent, especially if the parents are consenting. That's literally his argument. A child is a child, a minor is a minor. They shouldn't be able to make decisions like that yet until they reach the age of 18, and even then I think the age of 18 is a bit too young. I would say 21 for me, but that's just me personally, because at 18 you still don't know what you want, even though you're legally capable of making a lot of decisions in your life. And like I said, there's even adults that are detransitioning right now, and it's you know, there's sad cases of people detransitioning out there. This actually makes me think of this one particular story about this infant that got his penis cut off by a doctor. I think the doctor was called Dr. Money, and I think the baby was called David Raymer. Yeah, he had like a twin brother called Brian Raymer. Because of that botched circumcision, I think the doctor told the family that he should live as a girl. He tried, and you know, it's not like he had a choice. He was like an infant when that happened, and he grew up as a little kid thinking that he was a little girl, but he didn't think like a girl. He didn't feel like he was a little girl. It ended up, you know, fucking with his mental as a little kid. It even fucked his twin brother's mental, because like when it came out that, you know, I think not Brian, but David, when it came out that David was you know, a boy, Brian developed schizophrenia and killed himself, I think. Because of that, you know, David was depressed for a little bit, and then I think he lost his wife and he divorced, and he killed himself too. Basically, living as a girl gave the family depression. So, and this is why I kind of believe that kids should be kids. Kids should go through puberty before deciding to go through such a traumatic change.